You watch The Room. It's an incredible experience,
so
but by all means, the Room is a bad movie. It's a bad film.
You think Sonic Adventure is the Room
It's the Room of video games.
That is crazy.
I'm gonna go with it. Yes, absolutely.
That is a hot take. Welcome back to Kill A Delibird. I hope you're all having an egg-celent day, because we're gonna have an egg-celent podcast that is about 2 egg-themed episodes that aren't that exciting, but we're gonna make it exciting. It kind of is exciting because of the cute. Kellan, we're all excited about cute, right? I'm Graham, the co-host who doesn't know about Pokemon and who's fumbling his way and really just wants to talk about eggs. And to keep me on track, keep me focused on the Pokemon of it all, I've got Kellan. Kellan, how's it going?
$700?
Oh, are you just watching the new Nintendo Direct that is dating this episode? Is that what happened?
Good lord. What is this? What's happening?
That's 700 Canadian bucks, which are basically worthless these days.
Oh god. Let me pull out the monopolies. Let me grab the money in there. Pay with it for that, I guess. It's the same thing.
Yeah, it's a lot of money. The pricing on this thing is out there. I mean, I guess
a little bit.
I guess if I'd sat down and like someone asked me, what do you think Nintendo's pricing is going to be? And I had to face the question, I kind of would have expected some bullshit. You know, I had not faced myself with that question.
I could get my head around $450, but not USD. I could get my head around $450 Canadian.
Isn't that funny? Like, people flip out about the American prices, and then you're like, well, we're fucked.
yeah. Americans complaining about $80 games, and it's us that Pirates meme. First time?
Yeah.
We're all getting hanged.
That is not a pirate. That is from
it looked like pirates.
The Ballad of Buster Scruggs. It's a Western.
Well, they're
it's a pretty good movie.
It looked like they were on a boat.
No, they're on
a boat.
They're on a plank. Not a plank. They're on a
gallows.
A gallows. Thank you. Yes. It's a Western. I've seen it. I've watched it.
Oh no! Now that I'm looking at it, yeah, okay, I see it. I just saw the sky and I was like, "Oh, we're in the ocean."
No, I get where you're coming from, and that's an actual line from it. That's not put in there, which is even funnier. Like, he actually does get in the movie. He gets hung, but it doesn't work. He escapes, and then it happens to him again. That's why he says that.
First time?
Yeah.
But no, we've had $80 games appear for a long time, and I don't like to see that get higher.
Actually, Kellan, sorry, because you distracted me, and I am like a mouse, or I'm like a cat to a mouse with divergence. What's the word? Divergence? With
Diverging?
Diverging? Sure.
Distractions?
You should actually watch that movie, The Ballad of Buster Scruggs, because now that I think about it, it's kind of a Kellan fucking movie. Like, it's really, it's a Western, but it's a really kind of hokey, weird one, and it's like a musical, too.
All right.
Yeah, check it out. I think it might be a Kellan movie. It's weird.
I'll put it on the list in the back of my mind. That's not a physical list, and I will forget most of the movies on it.
Anyways.
But, yeah. $700. Cool. Eggs? We're talking eggs?
Well, okay. The Nintendo Switch 2 got announced, and the weird thing was, like, if you're just watching the Direct, pretty good Direct, right?
Solid Direct.
There's some fun stuff coming along. I don't quite see the whole vision of, what kind of games are going to come with, like, the mouse and stuff like that. I think that what they're pushing there's a little it's not communicated to us yet. So I think that's all a bit of a risk. Like, what's the value prop to this? Kind of like, maybe not as bad, but kind of like with the Wii U, a lot of people didn't see that right away. Like, what that could be about. I got that right away because I'm a JRPG fan, and I was just like, give me my map on my lap, please. But for this, I don't quite see the big vision yet. But for individual games, I mean, Mario Kart looks sick as fuck. And I'm into that Donkey Kong Bonanza. Like,
yeah, that looks a lot of fun.
When I saw the new design in Mario Kart, I was like, yeah, whatever. Saw the new design in this game, and it makes sense why he looks like such a big, dumb, fun dude, right? It, like, fits the, like, smashing through random stuff bulk kind of thing.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of fun. I'm going to spend so much time just tearing up the ground. Every little bit that I can break, I'm going to break.
If you can actually purchase it.
That's the main thing. Yeah. I'll spend a lot of time tearing up the ground in 2 years.
Yeah.
Once I've saved up a little pocket change.
And what happened
forever.
to Nintendo Selects?
Ugh, tell me about it.
Remember
$20
that
games.
when games would get cheap eventually?
Got Pikmin 2, Twilight Princess for $20. Ooh, oh, what a day. What a day.
Yeah. The Twin Snakes. I got Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes, $20. Sonic Adventure 2, $20. Oh, yeah.
That's worth it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, speaking of Sonic, okay. One
Okay.
other thing I wanted to talk about.
Uh-huh.
I finished 100%ing Sonic Adventure DX on
Impressive.
stream.
Yeah.
It was tough. It wasn't that tough. It was just time consuming, really. A lot easier than when I was a child trying to do some of the extra missions. One mission in there was absolutely balls hard and made me want to kill myself. But besides that, it wasn't that bad. But, Sonic Adventure has been a point of contention between us for a long time. Me saying that it's bad but enjoyable, and you being all like, well, we can't say that objectively, blah, 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 blah.
Sure.
Having philosophical takes about it. Now that I have played it and done everything you can in the game, I think I am fully qualified to say Sonic Adventure is dog shit.
Oh, wow.
It's so bad, but it's fun. I love it. It's an enjoyable game, but it's not good.
I think I still struggle with that sentence, though, because, like, I feel like you contradict yourself. Like, isn't you liking it? Doesn't that mean it's good to you? That's the part I still think it's a bad
game. Have you seen the camera in that game? It's the biggest boss in the Screw Perfect Chaos. The camera is the biggest enemy.
Well, yeah, like the camera's not good. I guess
It
I'm
destroys
fine.
you.
I'm fine with like particular more objective things being labeled as good or bad, but then when you zone out and say, what was this experience? And you go, I liked the experience, but it was bad. That's the part I don't get.
It's like The Room. You watch The Room, it's an incredible experience,
so
but by all means, the Room is a bad movie. It's a bad film.
You think Sonic Adventure is The Room of
It's The Room of video games.
That is crazy.
I'm going to go with it, yes. Absolutely.
That is a hot take. I actually think I disagree with you more than ever now. Because you did explain to me what you're saying. And it turned out that it wasn't that I was misunderstanding. It's that what you're saying was actually even more ludicrous than I
feel like what I'm saying is very clear. I don't understand how you're struggling to understand me.
I mean, I guess how their like mouths move is
the voice
like
acting,
yeah.
the modeling, the half of the gameplay, Amy, Big, those are bad. The glitches, you clip through everything, the camera sucks.
You've played worse games though, haven't you?
I've played worse games, but worse games that I didn't enjoy.
Oh. This is just in that nice sweet spot.
This is a nice jank of fun.
Okay. Interesting.
But other games I've played are just not fun at all.
Interesting.
Like there is a charm to Sonic Adventure. There does not exist in other games.
Have you ever played Croc?
No.
Yeah, I have. I think Sonic Adventure is pretty good.
But thank the fucking Lord for the quick catch trick in with Big. There's a way to easily catch fish, and if I didn't know about that, I would probably still be there ripping my hair out trying to catch 2,000-gram fish because it's the absolute worst.
Big. When we were kids, I remember Big being
I love
brutal. It took me forever to figure out how to even get past his first level.
He's the worst. It's the worst. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do love him though. From a character perspective, I love Big.
Froggy.
He's one of my favorites. I've always loved Big.
Yeah. Do you want to fuck him? I feel like there's people that want to fuck
Where
him.
were we? Where did you get to there from?
I don't know. I
also
just feel like Big the cat is ripe for that. Froggy.
No, I always loved Big.
Have you heard about these like hear me outs?
Yes, hear me out, Kates.
Hear me out, Big the cat. Cuddling with him.
As a kid playing Sonic Heroes, I always loved playing as Team Rose because I loved Big the cat. Because I mean, I like cats. I loved cats, and Big is a big cat, so I liked that.
Cool.
But he's also an idiot, and that's fun too.
Froggy. Yeah.
Where could my Poliwag pal be?
Where could he be? Maybe in an egg. Kellan.
Maybe.
It's all eggs. Eggs.
All eggs.
For
Oops,
days.
all eggs.
Bacon and legs. Best strip club name ever. I'm rambling. What episodes
Breakfast
are we going to
buffet.
talk about today, Kellan?
Yes. Didn't we talk about an exciting adventure and hatching a plan?
Oh, did you say
231
it already?
and 232. I don't remember. I thought you did.
Do I
Maybe
have
not.
extreme short-term memory problems? Maybe.
I don't know. We went on many tangents.
The crux of these episodes is that they have an egg and they're like, what the fuck is in the egg? Okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's the plots we're going to be dealing with today. So I was wondering, what are the top 10 weirdest things that could have come out of that egg?
Oh, God.
Number 10, let's ease in, not too weird, a ham sandwich. Ash is sitting there. He's actually kind of hungry. It works out.
Yeah. And then the egg remains can also, ham sandwich and some eggs. That'd be good.
Ham and egg sandwich. Yes. Oh, like what's that sandwich where you like cook
a
it
Denver?
in a Denver's like basically an omelet in a sandwich. But no, the one where it's like a ham sandwich, but then you like omeletize the sandwich, like a croque monsieur or something like that.
Oh yeah,
that shit slaps.
Croque madame.
Yeah, something like that. Okay, number 9. How about this, Kellan? A copy of 1 Hour Photo on DVD.
I could use another one of those. I only have 7. I only have 7.
You think Ash collects them?
Probably not. I'm probably the only person on Earth with a collection of 1 Hour Photo starring Robin Williams.
I'm not sure if there's a creepier movie that you could collect, too.
And it all happened by total accident.
Fell into a collection.
I fell into okay, story time. I bought a
I'm sure
copy
you've
of...
told us before, right?
Maybe, I don't think on the podcast. I bought a copy of 1 Hour Photo because I would like to at some point have a collection of all the Robin Williams films. And then at some point in the future, I bought a second copy thinking I didn't have a copy of 1 Hour Photo. So I got home with the copy and I realized, oh, I have 2 copies. So I watched one that night, I think, and I realized, oh my God, this is the perfect movie to have a weird obsessive collection about. This is a very funny collection to own.
Yeah.
So now I'm just going to do it.
That is something.
I have 2. Let's go for it. Now I have 7, I think.
Wow.
They're only ever $2 a copy, so I could buy 45 copies of 1 Hour Photo or 1 copy of Mario Kart World.
Bird. Well.
Anyway, number 8.
Number 8. A restraining order. Brock just got served.
Oh,
How
what a
did the
twist.
egg just hit?
Creative.
He cannot
some
go
guy.
near a joy ever again.
Some guy that pops out. You Brock? Yeah, you've been served.
You've been served.
And he walks away.
I would love that. Number 7. They just start hearing the song Can You Feel the Sunshine from Sonic R.
Can you feel the sunshine? Does it brighten up your day?
They have no idea where it's coming from. It just like goes into their brains.
And it's just there forever.
And it loops. Oh my God,
Forever.
that's horrifying.
And forever.
It's horrifying. That's actually one of the scariest songs you could loop in your brain forever.
I'll get a tier list someday.
Also makes me
scariest
think of
looping
Sonic,
songs.
Makes me think of having to play Sonic R.
Sonic R, yeah. It's a great time.
That's the rube of video games.
No, that was just bad.
That's so much worse. I was kind of
It's not
funny.
near as enjoyable.
It is.
It's funny. It's a very funny game.
Yeah.
But it's not nearly as enjoyable as Sonic Adventure.
Success. Number 6, Butch and Cassidy. They're playing the long game.
Ooh.
This is how they got ahead of Jesse and James this time.
Yeah, you missed a opportunity for a joke. You should have called him something other than Butch.
Huh?
Bunch and Cassidy. It's Butch.
Oh, I
Come
should have, because they
It's a
always get
running
his
joke.
name wrong.
Yeah.
More like a running yoke. I'm back, Kellan. I'm back. All right.
Number 5.
Oh, so that's where Ho-Oh was from that last episode. What the fuck?
Wow, we found it.
Yeah, we knew he was trying to see humanity again. He just got stuck in an egg.
Ugh, classic Ho-Oh.
Classic Ho-Oh. Number 4, discount meat. You got to cook it the same day, so it's 30% off.
I freeze it. It's good for a while still.
Yeah, oh, that's true.
Yeah. And then it sits in the back of the freezer way too long and gets freezer burned, and I forget about it for 2 years.
You got to throw it out anyways.
Then you throw it out anyway. Yeah. Waste of $6
That is called the circle of
from
life.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 3, a human child.
Oh.
Just comes out of the egg. They're like,
That's
what
not
kind of
how humans
Pokemon
reproduce.
can it be? And then a baby's there. It's got like a name tag. Its name is Dave. They're like, oh, yeah, Dave. Okay.
They teach it to only say Dave growing up.
Dave, you're a
Dave,
Pokemon,
Dave.
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 Dave doesn't find out till like his 12th birthday that he's a human and not a Pokemon. It's shattering.
You're a human, Dave.
Yeah, exactly. When he's
I'm
visited by a
Dave.
giant.
I can't be a human. I'm just Dave.
Number 2, it's completely full of taco seasoning, and it just like gets all over the ground. What the hell, Mr. Shelby? You just
Son of
stuffed
a
a bunch of
bitch.
taco seasoning in an egg? That's so weird.
Should have been glitter. Can't get that shit out of anything.
Yeah, it's a glitter bomb. And Mariah
God damn
Carey's
it,
there.
Shelby.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, that would suck. All right,
And
number
number
one, Kellan. Chris Hansen, please take a seat. Could you imagine that To Catch a Predator episode? He's in an egg.
Just pops out of the fridge.
And I don't know if you got to bleep this, but you know I won't say the word. The Predator. Weren't you not allowed to say
PEDophile?
Yeah. Wasn't that a thing? Is it still a thing?
I don't know, maybe.
Okay, I won't say it. But the Predator
That person
is also like a Pokemon breeder, so Chris Hansen hides himself in an egg.
Jesus Christ.
I hope that's what you come to the podcast for, folks.
I haven't really watched many To Catch a Predator, but I really wish that they got more creative with the Chris Hansen appearances. Like he pops out of the fridge or something.
If they just got zany.
Yeah, they go for a beer and Chris Hansen's just like, well, you take a seat.
Right, they need to really do a crossover of the minds between To Catch a Predator and Candid Camera, right?
Yeah, there you go.
That's what we need.
All right. Shall we get into episode 231, An Egg-Citing Adventure?
We shall. Kick it off, Kellan.
I'll tell you right now, this egg-citing adventure, not as egg-citing as the title would imply.
Yeah, this episode sucks ass.
It's okay. I didn't think it was bad.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. I thought it was
We'll
a little boring, though.
Yeah, it's on the average side.
It's on the average side, yeah.
So
you're right.
Traveling to Mahogany
it's got
still.
redeemable parts. Yeah, anyways.
We can't help but wonder, what is in that egg?
Oh, Missy's
could be one of those 10 things.
Wondering.
Mm-hmm.
I really need a ham sandwich, she says.
Ash turns into, an actual parent. He's like, I want it to be strong and awesome, and then realizes, you know what? As long as it's healthy.
As long as it's healthy and happy. Yeah, he almost tries
Cheesy.
to scold himself. Yeah.
Yeah. Team Rocket, they're spying in. They hope it is a legendary, like Articuno, Moltres, or Zapdos.
Or just something to eat with ham, bacon, or sausage on the side, James says.
They'll snatch up the egg and the yolk will be on them. Wah-ha-ha-ha! Woohoo!
I want breakfast food.
I had breakfast hash for supper.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's an easy one,
good.
And you know what?
You know how it's even easier?
What?
Costco sells bags of frozen breakfast hash, and it's pretty good.
Is it good?
Oh, yeah. You just add egg.
It's got. Oh, you add egg. That's what I was.
You add your own eggs. Yeah,
it has
but it's
ham in it or something.
It's got potatoes. It's got peppers. It's got onions. It's got bacon, and then you add your eggs. Yeah, it's not bad, especially for frozen bag of hash.
Frozen meal. Yeah,
it's pretty good. Well, the skies have darkened. There's a storm approaching. There'll be a storm a blowing. So there's a center not far.
Pikachu's sparking. Is he attracting lightning? What's going on?
Yeah, the lightning starts, and he's like, yeah, hell yeah, lightning. Let's fucking go.
With it. Yeah.
Well, a bolt strikes Team Rocket, who are in now a giant mech, so they get a little fried up. But we've made it to the center. And Joy's here, of course, and she's like, are you guys okay? There's a terrible storm going on or something. And Brock's like, how could anything be terrible when it's what brought me to you? Ooh.
Yeah,
and they're the only guests at the center tonight.
Yeah.
Nothing happens. No. They go to bed.
It takes them to the rooms. Yeah, good night. Team Rocket's outside. Kids are all tucked away in their beds while visions of Wobbuffet dance in their heads, Meowth says. And
Same.
now Meowth picks the lock with his claw handy trick. Team Rocket's sneaking in, but Wobbuffet's a big loud noise. Dummy.
Yeah, and picks the lock at the kids' room, and there's the egg. So Meowth's going to be the bait. And for some reason, they've decided Meowth needs to be on a fishing pole for this one.
Of course.
Even though the egg is just sitting on a desk.
It's so that Meowth could say, it's so alluring.
Ha ha ha.
Togepi's watching. Togepi's awake and just oh, yeah, all right.
Because they keep arguing about who gets to grab the egg, as if that matters.
Right.
And that wakes her up. And so she starts waggling her fingers.
Now, they think for a second that Brock woke up. He yells, "Stop it! I told you my..."
I swore my love to someone else.
Oh, yeah. I told you my heart belongs to someone else.
Yeah, he's just talking in his sleep, having a good dream, apparently.
Apparently.
And Togepi teleports the egg away. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
And Wobbuffet appears with an apple.
The egg's gone. Wobbuffet, where'd you get that apple?
He's just chilling there with an apple. I love Wobbuffet so much.
So they're like, oh shit, there's fruit.
Okay, we'll eat first, we'll steal the egg later. We'll figure that out. And so they run and they trip face first into the floor. That's going to be important for later. Oh my god, that comes back. Holy crap. But we see where the egg is. It's somewhere in the middle of the woods. And a little baby Kangaskhan finds the egg. Very curious about it. Knocks it over out of the little container that it's in. And then the mama comes along and yells. Probably for looking for the mother of the egg. But it pouches it and walks away.
Ash is dreaming of a giant egg. And, like, his egg has become giant in his dream. And it starts cracking. There's another egg in there. That egg starts cracking. There's another egg in there. It's a Russian nesting doll situation.
It's a matryoshka.
And it just cracks all the way down to nothing. It was just eggs all the way down.
Eggs don't just disappear like that.
Yeah,
and then he sees the egg's gone.
Awake. My egg is gone. That was actually really funny timing, I thought. Eggs don't just disappear. It's gone.
And Brock, again in his sleep. No way! I refuse to believe your love for me has grown cold. How could this happen? Well, in the morning, the crime has been reported. There's sirens. Team Rocket, they're chowing on fruit, apparently all night. And in comes Jenny. We get Jenny and Joy in one episode. It's great.
Team Rocket's been eating bananas for like 7 hours.
Aren't you not able to eat more than like 2 bananas? Isn't that like a biological thing?
What?
Isn't there like a human limit to how many bananas you can eat?
Definitely not
in one sitting.
2. What are you talking about?
How many bananas
like
can a person
die? What are you
eat?
Getting at? How many bananas
Eating more
will
6
kill you?
Can eating more than 6 bananas at once kill you? From BBC in 2015. I thought it was like a one of them like saltine cracker things. Like you can't eat a certain amount of saltine crackers. Like it's physically impossible.
Well, to fit them in your mouth at the same time as the crackers thing.
No, the crackers is that you can't eat a certain amount without taking a drink of something.
Okay, yeah.
But I thought there was something about like if you try to eat 3 bananas in a row, you'll like throw up.
Oh, I don't know. I've never heard that.
I don't. Maybe I've completely made that up. Spread it as fact, people.
I'm trying to find out how many bananas would kill you, and it's about 400 for potassium poisoning. So
maybe that is the limit.
So it's a pretty high limit.
Well, I think I'm safe. I don't like bananas.
Okay. Well, you're safe. So. That was you really took me somewhere. I don't know whether to thank you or be angry, but
you should thank me.
So
I take us to wonderful places.
Runs away in the morning after eating all night. Jenny meets the gang. Oh my god, Brock says, the scene of stealing my heart. More like your brain, Misty pulls.
Hey.
Yeah.
And so you get the classic line of Ash being like, I'll tell you what happened. Scene change.
Yeah, that's good.
He's told them what happened. To skip all that, yeah. Thankfully, this is world famous Detective Jenny as well, not just Officer Jenny.
She's so confident.
Let's think. Yes, she's got it. She knows what case number will be assigned. Now we can work on the case.
This is number 26 in Detective Jenny's files. The case of the vanishing egg and the fate of the beautiful Nurse Joy. And Nurse Joy is like, beautiful. I was like, beautiful. I was like, did Jenny just like give a sly little pass on Joy there?
There is some homoerotic.
Okay, so that wasn't just me. That
vibes going on
and this
here.
isn't something we've seen before, but this Jenny and this Joy.
I ship it.
I'm shipping it. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're vibing.
This Jenny's straight on hitting on Joy at points.
Yeah. Okay. I was like, am I going crazy?
Well, they need to know if the Chansey know anything. You know, they got eggs. Maybe that's a thing. And they keep saying Chanseys. They say that a couple times. I thought that was weird because that's not correct. Calling the show out there. But they don't know anything. Jenny's like, this may not be as easy as we hoped. Oh, shocker. There must be an obvious clue. Ash is just going to go look. He's fed up already. He's just going to go look for the egg. Just what Jenny was about to suggest, though.
That dialogue was kind of annoying me, where he's like, what should we do? I'll go look. Great idea. Yeah, great idea. Let's look for the thing that's lost. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
What else are you going to do? Not look?
I mean, yeah, I was like, why is this a conversation they're having?
Well, What do you think we should do? I think we should sit here and do nothing.
Well, Ash, what should we do? I think we should exist. That's a good idea, Ash. Let's exist.
That's not a very good idea, actually.
Oh.
Existing kind of sucks.
Okay. Let's die.
Yeah. Growlithe comes out. You gotta look for the egg using Ash's scent, and it's off. You gotta follow Team Rocket. They're watching from the bushes. There's no one left in the center, so it's time to go grab the grub. More food.
Oh.
But Growlithe leads them to the case that the egg was in.
I'm just surprised they don't have, like, violent runs from all of that fiber.
They get led to the case, and there's rustling in the bushes. Oh, there's the criminal. It's just an execute, and there's a nest around here, apparently, of execute.
Like maybe...
And they've stolen the egg!
Yeah, Jenny accuses him. This Jenny is also, like, full cop mode, right? Just, like, accusing people left and right.
And idiot detective mode.
Yeah,
I mean, that's kind of her whole shtick.
Idiot detective.
Is that she's a terrible detective.
They check the nest. Nope. And Jenny's like, I never said this case would be easy. Brock's like, you're right. She never did. That's impressive.
Yeah, he's sipping every time for Jenny, which is very good. Maybe we should just go check the rooms again. I think Misty asks, and hey, just what Jenny was thinking. Let's go check the rooms again. Wow, it's incredible how their minds are synced up here.
That's right.
Well, there's no sign of forced entry. The door is locked. But there's no way anyone could have broken in. And so Jenny's like, Misty, is that Togepi yours? Yeah. And the egg was Ash's, correct? Yeah. That means the thief is Brock.
Brock was the only one who had access. And then she, like, paints the scene. Here's the scenario. Brock was jealous because Ash and Misty both have eggs.
He snapped. Why should he be the only one without an egg? So the night of the crime, he was unhappy seeing Ash cuddling with his egg. His brain raced with guilt. I shouldn't do this. But he snatched the egg from Ash's innocent arms. And we cut back to the real world, and Brock's like, I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself. Wait, what am I saying?
Wait, I didn't do it. And Jenny's like, that's a confession, boys. Book 'em.
I love the trope of wrongfully accusing someone and being so convincing that they think they did it themselves. It's a very good trope.
It's funny that it's played for humor, but there have been documented cases, seriously, of that actually happened. Right?
I believe that, yeah.
It's kind of a critique of the propaganda thing, right? Where, like, these shows show, like, interrogations, and the cop getting physical is, like, really cool because it's, like, bringing in justice. But then, like, there's cases where, like, people crack under the pressure, confess to crimes they didn't commit. It gets figured out later, but it's like, ooh, it can be really rough. I don't know. But this was a funny version of that.
But this was the funny version. We can laugh at this one.
We can laugh at this one.
But no, it's just like she convinces Brock for a moment that he actually did it, even though he clearly didn't.
Right.
And I just find that very, very good. Meanwhile, Team Rocket, they're stuffed.
Yeah, bellies
back
are
to the gang. Yeah. Flat stomachs are flat though.
Jenny's taking Brocky. Jenny's taking Brock away. Right? She is gonna chuck him in jail. Misty's like, maybe we should check the doorknob. And sure enough, there are scratches there. And Jenny's like, it's Brock's handiwork. He forged signs of entry.
Making it appear someone else did it. But Joy says, actually, I think the outside knob leading to the outdoors is also scratched in the same way.
Yeah, I like how Misty and Joy are just, like, giving these, like, pretty sensible tips for Jenny to do, even though she's supposed to be the great detective.
Brock is just relieved that he's not a criminal.
I'm not a criminal. What a relief.
Whew, thank God. So Jenny's gonna crack this case. Go Jumpluff. Oh my God, it's Jumpluff. This is a kind of a new one. Have you seen Jumpluff?
I was wondering. So I think we've seen Jumpluff in, like, crowds and stuff, but I think that we've gotten the other two in its line featured and not Jumpluff on its own yet.
Yeah, I'm seeing it was in the fourth movie. And it was in the Bulbasaur episode where they were feuding.
Right, it's been
but
in,
we
like,
didn't point that out.
But it hasn't been dexed, I don't.
It's never been like, hey, this is a Pokemon.
Right.
Look at this guy. So, Jumpluff, final stage of Fopip. It's cute as hell, and I love it.
Yeah, they all run together for me, as in I can't remember which one is which. Jumpluff, Hip.
The blue one with the cotton balls.
Jumpluff, what are they called? Skiploom, Hip.
Hop-Hip, Skiploom, Jumpluff.
Yeah.
Hop, skip, and a jump.
Right. And remind me, because you've told me this before, I've never used this Pokemon in game. Is it viable?
It's fine.
It's okay,
I like
right?
it. I think it's an average Pokemon in general, but I really enjoy using it. I think it's a fun typing. It's got some fun things it can do. It's super cute design, so I just like using it
How
on
does it
that.
stack up against the Oddish line or the Weeping Bellsprout
Let's
line?
see here. Well, let's just compare base stats. So at this point, Generation 2, Jumpluff's base stat total is 450.
Okay.
Vileplume is 480.
Ooh.
Blossom is also 480. Victory Bell is 480 as well. So it's a little worse than your
Yeah,
Kanto grass
So I was
types.
kind of wondering, it's like, why would I go with this line over one of those?
God, that's cute.
Other than cute.
It's adorable. I
Maybe
love
there's
it.
something. I don't know. Maybe it's got access to.
Well, let's
I
take a
feel
look
like
at
its
its
moves are
moveset in Gen
similar.
2.
Like Solar Beam's still
It's
the big
got-
boy,
yeah.
and then the Spores.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of grass types, is that they're just like
Exactly.
status setters.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of that. Also gets Cotton Spore,
Oh,
which
so that'd be new, right?
probably was a signature move, lower speed. Jumpluff's a pretty speedy boy, so
Oh, interesting.
that's got that going for it. Otherwise, yeah, it's your typical grass type in Gen 2.
Mm-hmm. Interesting to see Jenny with one, to be honest, right?
Yeah, I don't know. That
That's
seemed odd.
new. It
Not
could
really.
be what's the word? Regional, right? Like different Jennies. We've seen that episode where like Jennies have spinneracks. Like it could be something like that.
Yeah.
What do you think a Jenny would use a Jumpluff for besides what they show in this episode? Is that the main thing?
Reconnaissance.
Yeah, it could be.
I mean, it
Blend
floats in
in.
the air really easily, so
That's true.
Air
oh,
patrol.
It's like a police helicopter equivalent.
there you go. There you go.
Nice.
Except it's really cute and
All right.
fluffy.
So let's move on to what they use the Jumpluff for. She gets it to.
Oh, yeah, she actually does use it for
spore-
something.
Yeah, no, she has it for a
I
reason.
forgot
So
about that. Yeah.
It spores all over the place, and the idea is like it basically dusts for prints, so it shows like the footprints.
My favorite part of the episode was when Jumpluff went, it's spore in time, and spore all over the place.
Yeah, actual dialogue.
Yeah.
She's like, how to tell which footprints are there.
Yeah. Floors were cleaned yesterday, so any footprints are theirs,
That's
or the
convenient.
criminals. It'll lead. Pikachu points out, hey, there's some prints near where the egg was. Different footprints. Looks like it could be the two thieves. But they don't go all the way to the egg, so they must have extremely long arms.
Or maybe
Jenny
they're
says.
Pokemon. So she's like, well, anybody with a Pokemon who knows Vine Whip is a criminal. Therefore,
Ash is
Ash
like, oh,
is the criminal.
Bayleaf uses Vine Whip. It's Ash! Wait, no.
And
That's not how that
Misty's
works.
like, this is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I want to refund.
Jumpluff spores down the hallway. We see another set of footprints from a Pokemon. Oh, it's Suicune, of course.
Or a Wooper, she goes. That was funny, too. Those are the random Pokemon she jumps to.
Misty has to tell her, Wooper don't have paws, Jenny. They
Yeah, I
have
feel like she could have even
gross
picked something even
amphibious feet.
funnier, like a Caterpie or something.
Yeah. Something that doesn't have legs.
That's right, like a Diglett, like just something
Yeah.
really
It's a
stupid.
Dunsparce.
Yeah.
No, Dunsparce doesn't eat, they don't have feet. But then we see the face prints from earlier. It was Team Rocket. We figured it out. And hey, Victory Bell can use Vine Whip, so that makes it makes sense.
Jenny, she knew it all along.
I was sure of it. And it leads to the kitchen. It's locked, but there's no lock on it. Oh, Team Rocket's overheard all of this, so they're
The
holding
door
the door
won't
shut.
open. It must be locked. That was good. But it's not locked. Oh.
There's
So
no
they're
lock on
pushing
it.
Team Rocket, let's go. Thanks for dropping.
And run.
Bye.
Hey, and they chase him into the woods. But it's a Kangaskhan. Look, it's the egg. The egg. The Kangaskhan
That's
has it.
mine, Ash says.
Hey, Kangaskhan, the egg is mine. Pikachu helps with translating. She smells the egg. She smells Ash. And hands it over.
Ooh,
But
Ash
how
is relieved.
did Kangaskhan end up with it? Well, Jenny spins a tail.
Yeah, where Team Rocket stole the egg in her head, and Kangaskhan saw them running outside, challenged Team Rocket to a battle, won, and took the egg as its prize.
And then set off to find the owner. Its strong maternal instincts told it, this is a stolen egg.
Rocket's
So
weeping.
they thank Kangaskhan for doing it.
Brock
Yeah,
is crying because the theory is beyond beautiful. He's truly moved.
it is beautiful. Kangaskhan is just confused.
Yeah, he's like, I don't
She
really know
doesn't
what I'm
get it.
doing in this, but like, okay.
Yeah. But Team Rocket then, from the balloon, grab the egg. They extract the egg. Prepare for trouble.
Extract.
We're lending a hand. Make it double, and hear this command.
Arbok, Victory Bell eats James.
Yeah, one of them yells, "Don't you get tired of losing?" I like that.
Yeah, that's nice.
Arbok goes for a fang attack. Not a move.
Not a move, Kellan.
Not a move.
It's
But the gym theme
or crunch.
with the synths rip in. Kangaskhan goes for the dizzy punch. And then out comes Growlithe, the flamethrower. They drop the egg. Ash dives and saves it. We don't have Pokemon guts all over the ground. Thank God.
Thank God.
Pikachu,
or a ham sandwich.
Thunderbolts.
That'd be a disaster.
Mm-hmm. Balloon goes kaboom, blasting off again.
Jenny salutes the Kangaskhan. And now
Medal of Honor for
and
Kangaskhan.
Did you think that the baby's voice was funny?
It was too deep.
Yeah,
it was like an adult.
It was
basically.
really deep. It was like it was like a
Kangaskhan.
grown man voiced the baby. It was just like
Yeah.
Kangaskhan.
Like baby Kangaskhan was like Kangaskhan, Kangaskhan, and adult Kangaskhan was like Kangaskhan, Kangaskhan. Baby Kangaskhan should have been like Kangaskhan,
Right.
which I'm pretty sure it was in that Pikachu short.
Right.
It was much higher
Right,
pitch.
but no, this baby like also had a deep register. I thought that was funny.
This baby's a chain smoker, been smoking 5 packs a day.
That's what it
For a long
sounded
time.
like. This
It's a real problem.
This baby was getting ready to stamp your forms at the DMV kind of thing.
Next.
Yeah.
Well, at sunset, the case had some twists and turns. Brock says perhaps she can save the case of the lovesick Pokemon breeder. Also, earlier in this episode, when Jenny was telling everyone what Brock did, I noted Misty said, like, I didn't know you were so lonely, Brock. Misty, he hits on every woman he sees.
Yeah,
You don't do that if you're like
depraved.
if you're comfortable in your
Deprived.
romantic situation.
Yeah, or it's not normal, basically, Misty.
No,
Something is
no.
driving that.
Well, the gang goes off, continue to wonder what's inside the egg. They think, hey, maybe a psychic type. Because it foresaw some things. I forget what they said about that.
Yeah, I didn't really get that either. They're like, maybe it's psychic.
Something like that. And then Jenny and Joy go inside and they shack up.
Oh,
That's the
yeah.
episode.
They get married because it's legal in Kanto.
They eat out.
Or
They eat out.
They eat out what?
Tonight.
What the fuck?
They eat out tonight.
Oh, okay.
They order takeout.
Oh,
you know?
okay. It was
It's wholesome.
Yeah,
Not saying
wholesome.
anything.
false.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's no underlying tones. It's not a euphemism.
All right. Well,
Double entendre. Book it.
book it. Literary hour. You can probably guess the trope. It's the clueless detective. This is a thing, right?
What?
This trope of there's a crime, the detective's trying to solve it, but they just suck at it for like
Mhm.
whatever reasons, right? Like a blustering kind of detective. Now it's there's some pretty like good subversions in modern stuff like Columbo and the Knives Out series where they seem inept, but they actually are like really good detectives. But that's not what this is. This is just about the detective
Bad.
who
Yeah.
bumbles some way through that. So we've got a Robert L. Fish parody series called Schlock Holmes about an incompetent detective. In one instance, he deduced that their visitor had been a toothless diabetic because he discarded a cigar with a dry end and no teeth marks. When he returns, you see that they just use a cigar holder. This is also parodied by Mark Twain in The Stolen Elephant. Detectives involved were so spectacularly incompetent that the corpse of the title pachyderm had been rotting away in their headquarters for 3 months before anyone noticed. I like that one. Inspector Clouseau from the Pink Panther movies has quite a bit of this, right? He's confident, but he blunders his way through stuff. And then, of course, we get that great Peter Sellers physical comedy throughout that all. And Kellan, kind of like Johnny English, no? I mean,
Oh,
he's
of
more of a
course.
secret agent than just a detective. But
I haven't seen Johnny English in God knows when.
yeah, me too.
But I mean, it's Rowan Atkinson. He has to be playing a bumbling
A
fool.
bumbling fool.
Yeah, what he's best at. It's the most fun thing to do, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking
It's
as
a
someone
good
that
trope.
has
Good comedy
had
trope.
their fair share of action or acting, playing an idiot is the most fun. Absolutely, by
but-
far.
What notable idiots have you done? You're talking about like community theater, right?
Yeah, when I was in high school, mainly,
Yeah.
or when I was a child, I did musical theater, which no one will ever see again. But in high school, I did the dinner theater, and I played one year. I played a parody. We did a secret agent parody thing called Mission Possible. I played the parody of Maxwell Smart from
Okay.
Get Smart,
Yeah.
and yeah, I was an idiot, and it was just so much fun.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
What about the penguin guy in the Thousand Year Door? He's a detective, and he can't even figure out that Mario isn't Luigi.
Yeah, how does that fit in again? I don't totally remember.
It's on the train. There's like a mystery on the train, I think.
Oh, okay. I actually found
Did
it
we have
on
to
TV
figure out?
Tropes. Pennington, a detective
Pennington.
miserable at it. He starts with misidentifying world famous hero Mario as Luigi and just goes downhill from there. He doesn't come close to the answer to any mystery during the chapter, but always claims, I've suspected it all along to anything that Mario discovers, which is pretty good. It is pretty funny.
Great game. Amazing game. Can't believe they remade that. Anyway, let's rate.
Okay, this is the 4 pour of the plastic ping pong pitcher objective rankings. We're going to pull 2 categories at random from the pitcher. What do we got
Okay,
first,
so
Kellan?
I'm going to say before I pull anything, I think this episode has a potential for a perfect 10. If we pull both Attack of the Clones and World's Worst Detective, I think it's possible.
Yeah, you nailed it. Yeah, okay.
All right, let's try.
That
Category
is
1.
the combination that's needed. What is it, Kellan?
It's the exasperation station.
Okay.
Fuck.
Well, you know what? Okay, so that's not a 10, but I think we're going to
No.
have some. I think we're going to have some good ones.
I don't think I noted any falls.
Well, but this is like, that's true. But Misty is exasperated as fuck.
Absolutely, yeah.
With Jenny. And that's where I was thinking, okay, I think we'll have something there. I'm looking back through my notes. So Ash has the whole sweat drop thing when Misty is first dragging Brock away from Joy, right at the beginning. It's a good old sweat drop of embarrassment. When Team Rocket then goes back to the fruit basket and trips, there are more sweat drops there because they think they're noisy, that sort of thing. They're
exasperated by wobbuffet.
Yep.
Being loud. And yeah, Misty's exasperated by Jenny. And I didn't note any
Exasperated.
falls, which is a big part of the category.
Misty gets the big sweat drop of exasperation when Jenny at one point goes, I'll crack this case, no charge. And Misty goes, we should be charging you.
Yeah, that's a good line too.
That was a good one.
I don't know, it still doesn't do a lot for me.
I think these are decent.
It's decent.
What are you landing on?
I don't know. I'm thinking like 6.4.
Okay. I mean that's reasonable. I'm gonna go fairly high actually. Maybe I'm in the mood. Maybe is the exasperation from Misty. I'm vibing with that about Jenny. I'm gonna go an 8.
Ooh, full 8. That's 7.2. Second category will be, come on, 10. It's the Team Rocket motto.
What
a wet blanket.
What did you say it was?
Let me scroll back up. Prepare for trouble, we're lending a hand, make a double, and hear this command, because they grabbed the egg from the balloon with the giant hand, so.
Is that it?
Weak! I didn't know what, like, the visuals were, if there were any.
I didn't note them. I know they're on the balloon, they use the red hand. I don't know.
3.2.
Yeah, I mean, at least there is a thematic pun in there, but that's it. 2.5.
2.5, it's 2.85. Overall, 5.025 for an exciting adventure. That's about proper, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, it was a so-so episode.
Yeah.
You know what? I liked it better on recap because I realized how funny some of it is. I think in the moment I was just thinking that there'd be like more of a mystery around the egg, and I was like, this episode didn't go anywhere. But there's some funny
What are you talking about?
elements.
They went out to the forest and then back into the center. And
Exactly. They went back and forth.
Back and forth,
That's not going in.
Well, their pedometers would argue.
Yeah, they get their steps in.
Let's get into episode 232, Hatching a Plan, or in Japanese, Egg Hatch.
Egg hatch.
Egg Hatch.
Is that a command or a prophecy?
I don't know, because it's just egg, comma, hatch.
Well,
That's
campfire, comma, night is where we are. The gang is still obsessed with the egg. Like, what the fuck's going on with this egg? And then a light starts shining from the backpack where the egg is.
What's
Oh my god, is it
that?
hatching already, Kellan?
I'm just like, what's this light coming from my egg? Hash? It's probably the egg. It is the egg. It's about to hatch, so we gotta stay calm. Take a breath and try not to drop it, Ash. Ash again just wants it to be healthy.
Yep. Get along with all the other Pokemon.
Team Rocket spying from the bushes. They're convinced it's got to be something valuable inside.
Well, they're looking on the sunny side.
Jesse's got an incredible edible plan cooked up.
Well, let's scramble then.
So the next day, the egg is glowing even harder, and it hatches. Kind of, it more like evolves.
Yeah,
it was
like
kind of weird
transforms. It was like a Digimon.
Yeah,
it looked like a Digimon thing.
yeah, and out comes Phampy!
Yeah, I wrote down, it transformed into an elephant.
It's Phampy!
Kellan, I completely forgot that Donphan had a pre-evolution.
Of course you did.
So Gen 2, I remember Donphan. Remember Pokemon the movie where they had it rolling? We saw that thing. That's cool. It's like a tire elephant.
Mm-hmm.
They also gave it a baby form in that same game, huh?
Yeah, it's a pre-evolution. It's Phampy, little blue elephant, and it's the cutest goddamn thing.
It's very cute. The deck says that it's affectionate, but it doesn't know its own strength. It kind of likes to run into things.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just a fun-loving, adorable little blue elephant who is upbeat, wants to get involved in stuff. It's got the energy of like a golden retriever,
Yeah. That's Phampy. That's we already talked about.
Do you have the ability to talk about this thing without just saying it's Phampy?
It's cute. That's about it.
Yeah,
we've already talked about Donphan and its game potential, and that's pretty good Pokemon. But when it comes to the pre-evolution, it's like, well, what does it look like? Yeah, that's cute.
That's pretty much the point. So yeah,
yeah. So that's Phampy, and we'll see a lot of Phampy moving forward.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Well, it's now on Ash's team.
Well, that's true. And, well, it's soon to be on Ash's team because he's fishing around for that Pokeball that Mr. Shelby packaged with the egg. Brock's like, he knew what he was doing. He attached it to the case. So Ash is trying to get Phampy in the ball, and Phampy's just dodging it like crazy. Just pissing off Ash.
Just pissing all over the place. Phampy!
It pisses out of its nose. I was going to call it a hose.
Trunk?
Thank you, trunk.
It's an elephant, so yes. Yeah, so Ash didn't remember where that Pokeball was, which was a very unnecessary spot. But it just thinks it's playing. Phampy thinks it's playing, and so we got to maybe bait it with some food. And that's when Team Rocket show up in giant eggs for some reason. Prepare for trouble from inside the shell and make it double. It's starting to smell. That was good.
God. So those are real shells.
I guess so. Extremely right.
Yeah, they crack out of the eggs.
Haha, crack out. They mock Ash for not getting Phampy into a ball.
Yeah.
And this calls for a little sophistication as they grab Phampy with another big hand. Pikachu bolts, which breaks the arm, but the steel current travels down into Phampy, which hurts Phampy, which is bullshit because Phampy's a ground type game
not
show.
How the game works.
Not how the game works. But kaboom, Team Rocket, they go blast so awesome.
Blast.
Yeah.
Hey, how about next time we come up with a plan?
Wasn't this the plan? That was a plan. Well, Phampy is really hurt.
Yeah.
Pikachu accidentally kind of shocks again because it's got the
Pikachu
paralysis going on.
So bad.
Oh, he's so sad. It runs away. Phampy runs away. And there's very sad music. It's only a few hours old. It was trusting you, and now that trust has been broken.
Oh,
Pikachu just blames himself.
Oh yeah, Pikachu's taking this hard. They're going to split up to find Phampy because Phampy's ran away, like you said. So they're walking around yelling what they always do when they're looking for something. They just meander in the woods going, Phampy! Kellan, okay,
Phampy!
We've got storms and we've got randomly walking around in the woods yelling a Pokemon's name. We've got rickety bridges.
There are 6 things certain in life. Death, taxes, Pokemon storms, Pokemon rickety bridges, Pokemon searching in the woods calling out the name, and Steve Harvey saying we got a good one for you today on Family Feud.
Yeah, there you
go. Those are the 6.
Absolute laws of the universe.
Every time I watch Family Feud, I'm like, God, I hope we have a good one today. And Steve Harvey, he comes out and he's like, we got a good one for you today, folks. And I'm like, oh, thank God. The weight's been lifted. We have a good one.
I was so weird it was going to be a bad one.
I was terrified. I was fucking scared.
So they're walking around yelling. Brock's got food. Yeah, that might work. Oh my God, there's a Pokemon in the bushes. Who is it, Kellan?
It's Psyduck, who has a gigantic amount of food in his mouth, which was a great frame.
Yeah, it was a great frame. I missed he's pissed off.
Ash searching Pikachu. Pikachu's still sad, but Ash perks him back up. It wasn't your fault. It was an accident. Phampy we see still running. The shock is kind of worn off by this point, but it's hungry, and it smells food, and it finds Team Rocket. They're making toast. Meowth's making toast.
Yeah, if I'd Team Rocket at that campfire, guess he's like, it doesn't pay to be evil. Well,
James wishes the twerp would come up with a more original attack.
That's right. I like Meowth's big chain of puns here. don't ask why. I'd like to propose a toast. Because you make a toast. That's so stupid.
But Phampy snags the toast from out of their hands. They eat their hands. Ouch.
Oof.
I mean, how stupid do you have to be to shove your entire hand in your mouth like that?
That was funny, I thought. So
Makes
Team
no
Rocket
sense.
goes, isn't that what we tried to steal when they see Phampy?
Meowth just kind of yells at him about it. Phampy smacks him around with his trunk. We gotta check the book, James.
Back to what the deck said. Like, basically, he's enthusiastic towards Meowth, kind of beats him up by accident.
Yeah. Gotta check the book. What moves does it have? Tackle, growl, takedown, ground type, good against electric. I guess not really, because it got shocked and hurt by it. But
what kind of ground type is this? Come on.
Well, if we can convince it to join us, we can get Pikachu. Ground, electric. So they offer it food. Meow's kind of upset that another Pokemon is getting more attention. He wags his tail in silent protest, which just kind of makes Phampy want to do a snubble.
We know about how much Pokemon love Meowth's wagging tail. But Phampy kind of like massages it or something? I don't know.
Yeah, just kind of smelling it.
Yeah.
Back to the gang searching. No sign of Phampy. Pikachu is still just really sad. He just keeps getting sad again about it. But they're like, it's young and it's tough. It'll be fine. It might be young, but it's tough.
Team Rocket suddenly appears in these like weird speed racer outfits.
Yeah,
they're like
it's very
black,
strange.
But they kind of look like that's, old 70s anime speed racer, but black. I don't know. Ash isn't in the mood. He's like, I'm not in the mood.
I'm not in the mood to play around
I'm
right
in the mood
now.
to play with you phonies. And then Team Rocket reveals they've got Phampy right there.
Oh, no. Also, we have a question that I totally forgot to bring up when it was relevant. But I have a question here from Slowking from Movie 2, Still Needing Pants.
Cool.
Who asks, this episode kind of starts the anime precedent that Pokemon hatch from eggs that look like that Pokemon. Do you think this is a cool anime gimmick, or should they have used the in-game generic eggs? Technically, Togepi was the first, but eggs weren't really a thing yet, so she's kind of an exception. But you like the custom eggs or the default eggs? I like the custom eggs. I think it's a fun little gimmick.
Yeah, for sure. So
in the show.
So the eggs in the games, like there's just like a single generic
They all look the
egg.
same.
Do they ever upgrade that? Like throughout the game?
There's one exception, and it's Manaphy. Manaphy egg is different, but it's an incredibly special case. Because
but in
I don't know if it ever
Pokemon egg. Okay.
Yeah, in general, it's just an egg. Like the Manaphy egg was a thing you could get from Pokemon Ranger from a side mission after beating the game. But you could only get one per cart. And I don't know if that egg ever came back a second time, but that's literally like the only exception. Otherwise, all the eggs are just like a regular egg with green spots. So,
well, yeah, no, I like it's hard to not like a little bit of flavor, right? A little bit of customization, a little bit of personalization. It is nice. So I didn't actually even realize this was a default. Just like it's blue. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah. I like it when it's something like that. Custom to the point where, like, the viewer, if you know Pokemon, you could see what it's going to be. You could figure it out. You could be like, Ash is like Dora, and you're like, no, Ash, it's going to be this kind of thing.
Right, but it's not so obvious that, like, if you're not thinking about it, you won't.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's good.
So, but yeah, fun eggs. I like the fun eggs. It's neat.
Well, Team Rocket has revealed that Phampy is now a full-time employee in Team Rocket.
Oh,
He's accepted an official position.
And they like yell at Team Rocket, and I love this because it zooms in on Togepi too, who's like, Togepi, no! It's like telling him off as well. But Meowth baits Phampy to tackle Pikachu, like wags his tail, who they have now painted to look like a Phampy.
They've painted his whole butt.
Yeah.
So it looked like a Phampy in it. So he wags his butt, and it's like wagging the trunk. And now that attracts Phampy, runs in, he dodges it, boom. That's how we get Phampy to tackle Pikachu. It's a little bit involved, but it works.
Throws him in the air and then grab Pikachu. With Thunderbolts, nope, we got insulated shockware this time.
So that's what the Speed Racer outfits are.
So squeezing smoke screens and they get away.
Team Rocket is away, as you said, and they're toasting, they're celebrating. I thought they had some champagne. They got milk to celebrate because this is a cash cow.
It's
Utterly
an elephant,
delightful.
actually.
Cream of the crop. They don't care. They think it's a cow. It's a cash cow, Kellan. It means they're going to make money.
I like that Meowth and Wobbuffet both had milk mustaches.
Yeah, that was so good.
That was the best one, yeah. But they don't share the milk with Phampy. How dare they? I know that they're bad people, but come on, dude.
Cruel.
Really?
Cage it. We don't care
They
about
put him in
its feelings.
Put it in the cage with Pikachu, who then talks to it. We can knock the cage down the cliff here if we try hard enough. And so they run out the cage. They go down tumbling, smacks into a tree. It's broken. They're making a run for it, one of Team Rocket says, and another says, "What are you saying?" "Oh, they're making a run for it." Ha! Classic repeating
I heard
the
that.
joke.
Well, you asked. Yeah, I like that.
Phampy, I like this, has grabbed onto Pikachu's tail to run faster because it's just a little baby. It can't run that fast yet.
Yeah, that was cute. Like, I gotta hold hands when it crossed the street, Pikachu.
Yeah. They come across this raging river. Ooh, uh-oh. The gang, they see the balloon. We got to follow that. So you're back at the river. Pikachu jumps across. We have to talk some courage into Phampy. And Phampy jumps, makes it clean. Or lands on his butt, I think, which was cute still. But on the other side of the river, the gang has shown up. They see them. Pikachu jumps across again, but Phampy falls in the water. So trying to save him, Pikachu gets pulled in too. Oh no.
Oh my god.
We've got a problem. And they're going straight over towards a waterfall. Pikachu's able to grab another rock, but even Misty's water Pokemon can't swim in this kind of current. What the fuck's the point of them then, Misty? What are they doing? They're
this
shit.
Is too fast. How can Ash help? He sees a branch. Okay, we've been here before. He's gonna climb the tree, gonna lower a rope down with a stone. Okay. But Brock's like, well, if Pikachu reaches, they'll fall. He can't let go. Okay, so how are they gonna do? So now Ash is like bending off of the thing, and then Phampy slips. Oh my god. So Ash is in the water after Phampy.
Grabs Phampy's trunk. They go over. They
Oh
go
my
over the
God.
waterfall. But in a split-second act of actual genius, Ash throws the rope up, which has like a rock tied to the end, so it's got some weight, and Brock grabs the end of it, saving them from the fall.
Yeah, near death.
And then they cut
crazy.
to they're fine and they got up.
and they
We
just
don't
like
actually
got
see that.
up. I was like,
Yeah.
okay.
It is implied. It was fine.
Yeah. And Ash is playing with Phampy. Everything's fine. Everybody's safe. All right.
But Team Rocket's back. Oh no. Meowth wags his tail, but Phampy's not falling for that one again.
Yeah, he's smart now.
He's pissed off. Fuck you guys.
Meowth's kind of mad it doesn't work. He's like, I spent an hour painting and it doesn't come off.
Doesn't wash off. Phampy's like, good. Serves
That's
you
what
right,
you deserve.
bitch. Like, Phampy, where did you learn this language? You're an hour old.
Yeah. Were you watching TV at night again?
You're not supposed to watch HBO, Phampy. No Game of Thrones for you anymore.
Yeah.
Weezing and Arbok come out, got some battle horns going. Phampy's up to the fight, though. It's level 1 Phampy. He's gonna do it.
Yeah, that was
Goes for the
pretty funny.
rollout, which was pretty cool, because rollout knocks him back into the balloon.
Well,
Phampy's
also,
really showing
remember
its
how
thing.
earlier James said that
Words.
it knows takedown, tackle, and I don't remember the other one.
Growl, I think.
Growl. He didn't name rollout.
I think that book might just be outdated.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Let's see, when does it learn rollout? Level 33? This is no level 33, Phampy.
Nope. That's how the game works.
Not how the game works. God damn it. But all out, because it was cool.
Yep.
And I like Phampy.
Weezing uses a
So.
smoke screen. Arbok attacks with its teeth.
But Pikachu thunderbolts. And everyone
course.
is getting electrocuted except Jesse and James, who are like, ha ha ha,
They're in
told
their
you your
suits.
attacks wouldn't work.
So they're
we're fine.
laughing while all of their Pokemon are just getting fried.
Yeah, they have no idea what's going on.
That was funny. And Pikachu just won't let off. And that's when James is like, or Jesse, one of them, is like, I think we forgot about something. And then the balloon engine explodes.
Boom, blasting off again.
Yeah, and Ash congratulates Phampy. Wow, he did so good.
Fully reunited. Can't wait to use Phampy in a gym battle. Not the next one, hopefully, because it's Ice type again. Just saying. But it's not afraid of Ash anymore, which is the big thing. We got a nice, good, quick character growth and development in this episode from Phampy. Team Rocket, showed it who its real friends are. Don't be friends with the Mafia, Phampy. Bad. HBO and the Mafia, you're in for a rough ride, dude.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of bad role models.
A lot of bad influences here.
Mm-hmm.
And we're heading back on the road to Mahogany Town.
Okay.
And that's the episode. You got through that one quick.
Well, yeah, so the trope that I'm looking at this week, Kellan, I found this page on TVTropes.com. Okay, so I was looking into this. There's a trope here called nice job breaking it, hero. It's where the hero characters are trying to do something good and they inadvertently cause a problem, right? Usually by
Mhm.
accident. And that's what Pikachu does here, right? Uses the thunder attack, tries to save the day, actually hurts Phampy and causes our core issue with Phampy running away. There is a
It wasn't your
dedicated
fault,
page here.
Pikachu.
There's a dedicated page here for all of the times that this trope shows up in Marvel movies, and it's long as fuck. This happens in like every Marvel movie. And I'm kind of
Jesus.
tempted to see if I can read all of these really fast.
Do it
So,
one breath.
to all of those fans, if any of you care about MCU spoilers, okay, jump ahead about a minute, okay? I'm going to try this.
Ready? Go.
Go. All right. So the time heist in the Avengers Endgame does almost gives Thanos everything that they actually wanted, even though, that because he comes back in time, blah, blah, blah. The members of the Avengers who visit L1130, which is a Loki variant, attempt to escape from custody, which sets in motion the events of Loki. And in the Eternals, it's revealed that the Thanos snap reduced the energy needed to kickstart the birth of Tiamat, who would destroy the Earth. So that's all the Avengers almost fucking everything up. T'Chaka from the old Black Panther. So everything that happened in Black Panther could be blamed on King T'Chaka because when he was confronting his brother N'Jobu over the stolen Vibranium, he killed him to protect yada, 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 and then his son. So that's what causes the whole shit in Black Panther. Odin, of course, does this. Banishing Thor helps show Nick Fury that Earth is not ready to engage the galaxy, helps him become more paranoid, leading to many of Fury's experiments, including a bunch of spoilerific stuff that leads to phase 2 experiments and the Tesseract, blah, blah, blah. Long ago, Odin did this once more, actually, because we see this in Thor Ragnarok, how he banished Hela to an unknown dimension, and that causes her to become this evil, super hard villain. And his biggest mistake in life was how he treated Loki. So basically, he's got this thing of always just banishing his kids, and then that causes a whole bunch of shit. Nick Fury has a whole bunch of experiments, opens the door for Loki and others, saying that the Earth is ready for interstellar war and far from home. He leaves the Earth and is a pair of well-meaning but underqualified Skrulls pretending to be him and Maria Hill, which then leads to a whole bunch of shit. I didn't watch the, what's it called, Secret Invasion. I heard it sucked. Thor, of course, giving Malekith the Aether in the second movie backfires because he becomes the main villain. And then not killing Thanos immediately. He doesn't go for the head, right? That was a big thing. Steve Rogers, Captain America, bringing down S.H.I.E.L.D. due to Hydra's infestation causes a whole bunch of shit because now S.H.I.E.L.D. isn't around. Put Agent Coulson's team through much difficulty. All the loyal S.H.I.E.L.D. agents who survived the Hydra purge are now pariahs, wanted terrorists. And as part of Captain's plan to bring down Hydra, Black Widow leaked all of Hydra's files on the internet, which leads to Zemo, blah, 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 blah. Team Rogers going against the Accords divided the Avengers worse than ever before in the Civil War, of course. Tony Stark, in the Iron Man film, in the first Iron Man, unintentionally causes the destruction of an Air Force F-22 that attempted to intercept him. In his defense, he made sure the pilot's ejection suit worked properly. Tony Stark, revealing himself as Iron Man in Iron Man, allows Ivan Vanko to come after him directly in Iron 2 in revenge for the transgressions of Howard Stark. Similarly, in Iron Man 3, calling out the Mandarin on live television means that the Malibu house gets bombed, almost killing him and Pepper Potts. Tony, under the influence of Wanda's vision with the help of Bruce Banner, used the Mind Stone to create Ultron. I mean, that's the big one. That leads to the whole Age of Ultron movie in the first place. I'm trying to make this thing. Of course, in Civil War, he backs up the whole Sokovia Accords thing, which causes this huge rift between him and Steve Rogers, which was Zemo's plan all along. Tony had justifiable reasons for supporting the Accords. Unfortunately, his actions end up escalating the conflict. In Spider-Man Far From Home, Tony Stark, taking credit for one of his technician's virtual reality projects, gives it a demeaning name and then firing the guy, leading to him to become the main villain of that movie. Wanda Maximoff has a history of this as well, with her roaring rampage of revenge, which is what led Tony to create Ultron in the first place. Her lack of control over her powers in Civil War causes the last incident that helps the Sokovia Accords get sanctioned. In Infinity War, her refusal to accept the needs of the many before Thanos gets to Earth leads to the senseless sacrifice of numerous Wakandan lives. And in the grief of, this is really spoilerific, but she's basically the villain in Multiverse of Madness through similar things. Okay, Peter Quill, Star-Lord in Infinity War. Iron Man, Doctor Strange, and Peter come up with a plan to ambush Thanos and get the Infinity Gauntlet off, ending the threat he poses. The plan is going off with a hitch, but when Peter discovers that Thanos murdered Gamora, instead of helping the others, he angrily strikes Thanos, which actually causes him to snap out of it, and they don't get the gauntlet off. Peter Parker in Homecoming. This is pretty much all Peter does, is the exact sentence here. This entire movie is Peter trying to become a hero, botching it, and then later is forced to neglect his normal responsibilities as Peter in order to clean up the mess he made as Spider-Man, further botching it and repeat until he's able to finally apprehend Vulture in Far From Home. Peter hands Edith glasses to Quentin Beck, considering the better choice to be the next Stark, and he turns out to be Mysterio, so he's a bad guy. To his credit, Peter goes to a trusted adult to confide this, but that also backfires, yada, yada, yada. In Spider-Man No Way From Home, going to Strange to undo the effects of his identity coming out actually causes all of these villains from different universes to coming up in there. Sylvie from the Loki show, she kills He Who Remains, which leads to the, what is it, Khan? What the fuck's his name? The Kang the Conqueror. To leak between universes. Uatu continuing his narration when Ultron was silently contemplating the price of wiping out all life on the universe, leading to Ultron revising his goal, even invading Uatu's realm and absorbing his powers to do so. And then there's some minor characters from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Jessica Jones doing the same thing. I reached the end of the page.
Sorry, I zoned out. Can you do that again?
That was longer than a minute, wasn't it?
That was like 4 minutes.
You might have to skip ahead 4 minutes.
I'm going to leave all of that uncut and unedited for all you at home.
That was fucked. Nobody should have to listen to that.
You get the raw experience like I did.
Okay. Well, what's funnier is you have not seen any of those movies.
No. I didn't understand a word of that.
That was nonsense.
That was just gibberish.
You might have known the phrase Peter Parker, but just as like a name.
Picked a pack of pickled peppers,
exactly.
I think, right?
Yeah, that's right.
that was Spider-Man, right, in that tale?
Yeah, that's Spider-Man. Yeah.
All right, let's rate after that.
It's crazy how every Marvel movie is just that trope.
It's almost like things are getting a little stale, huh?
Yeah.
Well,
capitalism.
You know what's not stale?
What?
No, it's not stale. It's the forepour, whose first category will be the animation.
Okay. I mean, let's count the cuteness of PHampy there, how it moves and has fun. So that's working. That's kind of the main appeal to this one. It's not an action-packed episode by any means.
Well, there's some good stuff with the river. And they're going over, and Ash throws the rope. That was pretty good moment, I think.
I like Team Rocket's weird ass Speed Racer outfits.
There's a lot of cute little animations with Pikachu talking to PHampy.
Yeah, I think that's the main appeal to this episode's animation is the cuteness for sure. I think those are the strengths.
But it's also not like a bad episode. Like I wouldn't say that this episode's
competent.
Animation is.
I was never like this is ugly.
Looking bad.
But
it's not
I
like
was
they
never
reused
like,
a bunch of footage.
the Shakuga, it's dripping off of the screen. I must collect it in a bucket and sell it at the flea market. Like I never thought that.
But it's also definitely better than it used to be. They've
improved. They've improved.
So.
Like actually, it's funny, like because you think fondly of like the really early episodes, but some of them look like shit.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Some of them are ugly as balls.
I'm gonna go 6.7.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 5. I'm gonna go 5. This is a standard good effort.
Yeah, so that's 5.85. Final category of the day. The Pokemon variety. Not much.
PHampy and PHampy.
Pikachu, PHampy, Arbok, Weezing, Meowth.
Oh, weak sauce.
Very weak.
Weak sauce. 2.
Oh, and Psyduck, and Togepi, and Wobbuffet. 2.5. 5. Yeah, it's weak. 2.4. Ooh. That's 2.45. Overall, 4.15 for hatching a plan. Weak sauce this week.
Yeah.
That's it for this week.
Yeah, I mean, I was vocal. I didn't love these episodes, but we got a new friend with us now, a cute little buddy. That could go some fun places, so that's exciting. And, I'm looking ahead, Kellan. Tell me about next week, because...
Quit looking ahead!
We got...
You're gonna spoil things!
I just see the thumbnails for next week.
Ugh. Next week, we got episode 233, do's and don'ts, DUES, not DOS. Do's and don'ts, or in Japanese, Rocket Dawn and Delibird! Exclamation.
There's our namesake.
Episode 234, following that, Just Waiting on a Friend, or in Japanese, The Kyukin in the Fog! Exclamation.
Sweet. I'm at it. We get a Delibird. We get a Delibird.
We get Delibird, which is exciting. Remember, everybody, Delibird is our Pokemon, but Delibird sucks.
Oh, but we're not going to talk about that at all. We're going to glaze it. It's going to be pure Delibird propaganda. You came to this podcast for Delibird propaganda, and that's what you're going to get.
That's what you're going to fucking get, baby. We love Delibird.
All right. Thanks, everyone, for listening. This has been To Kill A Delibird. You can give us comments down below if you're watching on YouTube. That's youtube.com/HydraLeech is where all the episodes come out. Like, subscribe, all of that nonsense. We're on audio platforms, too, anywhere fine podcasts are downloaded. Intro and outro music is 80 Synthwave by Alexi Action. If you've got stuff you want to send us, any inquiries, we have an email, tokilladelibird@gmail.com. We're also on Blue Sky. Handle is tokilladelibird. Now, in the description, there is a Google form. If you want to send us a question to read while we're recording the episode, just send it in there. Get us, a good few days ahead. I guess we need 5 days probably, at least. It's like a good, safe way. Get it in there. We'll read it on air.
I got in the form. There's a little spot where I have where the what the next episodes we'll be recording are. So if you're looking at the form, you can just see, hey, is my question for do's and don'ts? If it says, hey, we're going to be recording do's and don'ts next, that means you're still on time.
Cool. That's good to know. I've never asked a question to myself. Kellan runs a TikTok. HydraLeeches is the channel. And then has been twitching quite a bit. Twitch.tv/HydraLeech. Done with Sonic. And Coliseum. Did you finish Coliseum?
Almost done Coliseum. I just need to finish up a bunch of grinding before I finish it on stream.
Do you have any other 100% projects that have been itching your
Well, I'm going to get to Sonic Adventure 2 at some point, but I'm telling myself not until I finish the YouTube video for Sonic Adventure 1.
Yeah, that's good.
So we'll do that eventually. But once I'm done Coliseum 2, I'm planning on doing a Nuzlocke of Pokemon Blaze Black or Volt White, one of the Drayano ROM hacks, which it makes the game more difficult.
Cool. I don't know anything about those. I've heard there's a couple fun ROM hacks though.
Yeah, like Renegade Platinum. That's another one.
Platinum, and there's like a Team Rocket one.
I don't know about that one.
ROM hack. I don't remember what it's called.
But
I have no idea.
But we'll start a Gen 5 difficulty hack soonish. So join for that.
Okay, and then finally we got a Patreon. Just a tip jar if you want to help support the channel. Don't get anything for it really. That's about it.
Yeah, that is it. That's crazy. We did it. Tell us in the comments. Question of the day. What do you put in a breakfast hash?
I like onions. I like Gouda or feta.
Ooh, yeah, the cheese is good.
Mushrooms. Yeah.
Some mushrooms in there.
Yeah. I mean, bell peppers are pretty great. I do like that.
I like bell peppers.
What about slices of sausage?
Ooh, that would be good.
That'd be good.
Yeah. Oh, you know what's a really good cheese to put in there? Halloumi.
Oh, yeah. So if you fry it a little and put it on top.
Fried halloumi. Oh, it's fucking great.
That is good stuff. That is good. Halloumi, so it's like
Homework.
Salty, chewy.
Homework for the viewers. Go get some halloumi and fry it up.
Yeah.
And let us know what that was like.
Me? Okay, sorry.
Halloumi, I hardly do her.
There you go. See ya.
I can't believe you've made me do that.
It's so funny.
It's not at all funny.